Hello, collective. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. So let's see what messages Spirit has for us today. I'm still, I will announce the three um, winners for the free reading, okay? I'm still, waiting for everybody to get their results in. Remember, it's a number between 20 and 35, okay? It's my way of showing appreciation. So please join in, Choose a number between 20 and 35, and that will get you a free 10-minute reading. It'll be an audio reading that I will send to you. You will ask one question, and I will send you a reading about that question, okay? So please, please, please participate. I would love to, connect with you all on a more personal level. So I'm using my Archangel Raphael deck. I love this deck. Love, 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 love. And Archangel Raphael is the Archangel of healing. So I thought we can get some messages, that will help us, what area of our life that, might need to, we need to focus on. See what messages Archangel Raphael has. It's a wonderful oracle deck I've had for a long time. Long, long, long time. And it's just so wonderful. It brings me a lot of joy. Archangel Raphael works with the heart chakra, healing the heart. So let's see what messages wants to come out. See what Archangel Raphael wants to tell us today for our highest good and the highest good of all. All right. Archangel Raphael, what do you want us to know? What do we need to know at this time? Let the messages come through for those who need it, okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is. First card is stay positive. Stay positive. It says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me be optimistic and take the appropriate action steps that support my health. So Archangel Raphael said, no matter what you hear, whatever you're told, just stay positive. Don't let anything bring your frequency down. If you went to, if you've had like a doctor visit recently and maybe you were told that, this is that, or, this lab was like this or whatever, stay positive. Do not, feed into that energy. Okay? Because when your vibrations are high, your body can heal. Okay? Your body can heal. So just make sure you're staying positive. Just surround yourself with that light energy. Maybe even wear white. Sometimes when you wear all white, it raises your vibrations. If you find yourself feeling down, depressed, stay positive. I'm drawn to these greenery around him here. They look like little pothos plants or ivy or something. Just surround yourself in nature. Surround yourself with things that, uplifts your spirit. Just look at the energy that's around him. So just stay positive and it will grow. Under the deck, exercise is key. This is for somebody. For somebody, exercise will fix everything. Literally, exercise will solve everything. It could be physical. It could be a physical problem. Maybe you're, whatever you're dealing with, exercise, for somebody here, exercise can reverse that situation. Even if you're having mental brain fog, you could be in school, or you could have a project that you're working on, or you could be a writer and you're having a mental block. Just go for a walk, focus on the birds, the trees, take your mind off of whatever you're dealing with. And you will see that when you get back to that situation, your mind will be much clearer. You'll be able to make decisions with clarity. This card says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating me and guiding me to an exercise program that fits my schedule, interest, and budget. So not everybody can afford to go to the gym. And I do know there are some gyms that are like $10 a month or whatever, but not everybody has that, flexibility. Some people work long hours, and, by the time you get home, it's late. You don't really have the time. There's things that you can do at home, just start small. You can do, they have the walk-in videos where you just move your body for 10 to 20 minutes. Everything is something. So that's for somebody. Exercise is key. Okay. Thank you, Archangel Raphael. Let's see, what else does Archangel Raphael want to tell us? It says, Jesus, the divine healer. Wow, Jesus showed up. Wow, Jesus showed up in our reading today. That's amazing. It says, Dear Jesus, thank you for your divine healing power and presence. And what I'm getting from this is that prayer still works. Prayer works. Prayer works. I could be speaking to someone who is from the Christian faith. Just pray. Pray over that situation. Jesus, the divine healer, is here for you, working hand in hand with Archangel Raphael to help you resolve that situation. Under the deck says, leave a stressful situation behind. So whatever you're dealing with could be due to, stressors, external stressors, stress at work, or stress of a relationship. Okay. It says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for giving me the courage and willingness to take good care of myself, including surrounding myself with healthy relationships and positive situations. So there could be a situation that you need to let go of. There could be reasons why you're holding on. It could be due to the fact that the children are still, still young, and you're not ready, because of that, you hold on to a situation that's very toxic. But you have to remember that your children also need to see you in a loving relationship as well, for them to have loving relationships as adults when they grow up. So you're actually doing it for their good. For some of you, this could be that job that has been draining you, and you surround yourself by toxic people who are envious of you, always trying to sabotage you and set you up for failure. No matter what you do, you're a team player. You give your 110%, and the higher ups act like they don't even notice it. They don't see it. They see it. They just don't want to acknowledge it. There's so much drama. You have anxiety trying to meet deadlines, or worried about people who are throwing you under the bus. And this is causing you a lot of stress. And we do know that stress does affect our physical health. So Archangel Raphael is saying that you need to leave that stressful situation behind. It could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be a friends group, whatever. And under the deck, we have you. Diet is important here. Okay. And they're lugging a basket of, looks like fruits and vegetables. And it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to make positive eating and drinking choices and for reducing or eliminating my cravings for unhealthy substances. So, you know, change your diet. Maybe if you have any like addictions to sodas, alcohol, fried foods, processed foods, fast foods, all that other stuff, you might want to look for healthier options, and that will make you feel better. Okay, so stay positive. Jesus, the divine healer, and leave a stressful situation behind. Diet is important here. So that's the messages from Archangel Raphael that we needed to hear. Thank you. Thank you, Archangel Raphael. We needed to hear that. And I'm going to pull some tarot on this real quick. Let me see, which deck do I want to go with? Well, let's go with this one. Let's go with this one. My Light Seer deck. Let's just... see if there's anything else we need to pull from here. Seven of Swords. So stay positive. We have the Seven of Swords. So there could be, and you know, the Seven of Swords is an air sign card. Okay. So this is somebody that has sneaking around doing something deceptive. Okay. So I could be speaking to someone who's dealing with someone or a situation that has been like not right. You could be dealing with a person who has like, you know, been treating you in a not so good way. You could have found out something because this person is like a thief, but you see the light is shining right on them. So they've been caught. You know, maybe someone told you something or revealed something to you with the birds who are squawking here. This person, you might have recently found out that someone that was, you know, you felt was dear to you, close to you, you know, was doing something underhanded behind your back. Liar, thief, you know, and you've been trying to deal with that situation. You've been praying on that situation, hoping for it to change. And maybe that's why we have to leave a stressful situation behind, because that cycle has ended with the World card. You need to just go ahead and let it end. You've completed that cycle. You know, sometimes people are in our lives for a season. It's not everybody that's here to be with us forever. And I think that's where we get it wrong sometimes. You know, I remember I had a coworker a while back who would always come to work unhappy, complaining about her marriage every single day. And she complained and complained that her spouse was very mean to her. He hadn't touched her in over a year, probably 2 years. He's mean to her. If he cooks, he doesn't save her any food. I mean, just always, you know, telling us about, you know, how he treats her, doesn't take her anywhere, doesn't want to be seen with her, doesn't want to go anywhere with her. And we'll just be looking at her like, okay, you know, this is your choice. This is your decision to be in that situation. you know. Um, but she made the statement that she's staying because she always told herself when she gets married, she never wants to get divorced. And we're like, oh, okay. So that means this person can do whatever they want and you're not going anywhere. And this person has cheated on her and done all kind, even tried to cheat with her niece. So it got really bad. But she said due to the fact that she never wants to have a divorce, she has to stay. So I could be speaking to someone who has a, one of those type of mentalities that, you know, because of tradition and how they were raised, family might look down on them. They have to stay in that situation, children, whatever reason it is, but Spirit is saying, leave a stressful situation alone. The Empress, it could be a situation where I could be speaking to someone who's pregnant, or maybe your person got someone pregnant, because we have the Empress card here. Okay, Empress card is someone that is pregnant. You could be actually pregnant with a creative idea that you need to give birth to, a project that you could actually be doing that's going to bring you a lot of abundance, that will help you connect with the world. But it's definitely given a relationship energy with the Two of Cups. So I could be speaking to someone that this is about a relationship that has, with the Death card and the World card, it might not be physically over, but spiritually, this person is completely detached from you. Emotionally, they're detached from you. And they could have secretly, because the seven of swords by the Empress, you know, they could be secretly dealing with someone else. Maybe if you all are a blended family, that means if they have a baby mama or a baby daddy, they could be secretly still interacting with that person, and you could have found out. And due to your religious upbringing and family, status, worried about what people will think of you, you're deciding to go ahead and stay in that situation. But something's going to happen all of a sudden that's going to, force you to make this change. Okay, we got Scorpio energy, we have Taurus energy, Libra energy, Sagittarius energies here. Something's going to happen that's going to force you to make that change. Okay, some shocking situation. You could have, maybe what you found out probably was very shocking. You found out something very shocking about this person. This person that you were dealing with is the Knight of Wands. It's giving someone that is just like for the community, not for, So you need to realize your worth. And it's time for you to go ahead and end that cycle. Maybe you feel like it's going to be a struggle, an uphill battle trying to, move on from this situation. Maybe you feel like you all have too much tied to each other that it's going to be hard for you to leave this situation. Spirit wants you to stay positive, focus on God, Jesus, whatever your spiritual foundation is, and understand that you have help there. Even if you don't have help in the form of human beings, you have help with the unseen world. You have help with Spirit, with God, with the Most High. They have not abandoned you. You're not alone. I could be speaking to someone that this is actually affecting your health now, okay? This person has completely made you feel left out in the cold, okay? I could be speaking to somebody who was ghosted by someone. Someone came into your life, promised you, love bombed you, promised you the world, and, just left. Hopefully this person didn't steal something from you, but it looks like they left, and you need to move on from that situation. You need to release that situation and let go. Okay. Maybe you're feeling financial lack at this time, a lot of anxiety, sleepless nights, worry. You know, Spirit wants you to know that when you're going through that at night, that you're not alone. Jesus is watching over you. Just call on him. He said, ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be open for you. But remember, the key word is you got to ask. Okay? Even if you're dealing with the angels, you have the free will. They need you to ask. Just call on that help and it will come. It will come on angels' wings. Okay? You're not alone. You're not alone. Go ahead and connect. Connect with that higher power. And you will see things start to change in your life. You will see things start to like manifest, start to unfold. And then that faulty foundation that was never stable, a new foundation will start building from there. And sometimes I could also be speaking to someone who just recently like connected and tapped in with, with God and with the Most High, and now you're noticing that people are leaving your life. That's what happens. That's what happens when you wake up to yourself, right? When you connect with the divine, they're going to remove what's no longer serving your highest good. You know, that relationship that you've been trying to hold on to for dear life, and you know that person is no good, and just, nothing good comes to you while you're in a relationship with them. All your blessings are blocked. You were probably doing very well before they came into your life, and now nothing is coming. It's because God does not want to bless you while you're with that person, because they're not supposed to eat at your table. They're not supposed to share in the blessings with you. Okay? There's something new coming. There's a new love. There's this unconditional love that's coming once you are free and clear. This agape love. And it's gonna just come like all of a sudden. If you've already ended that situation, you've already gone through the pain and suffering, you've already, left that stressful situation. I'm telling you, this love that's coming into your life all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's just gonna happen. Like, you're gonna be like, how the hell did this happen? It's amazing. This is the Ace of Cups. This is the Ace of Cups. This Spirit doesn't even want you to know this is coming. This the High Priestess. And this is the Ten of Cups. You're going to have the ultimate happiness, bliss. For some of you, you've never experienced bliss. You will finally be able to experience bliss in your life. What it means to have bliss. A courageous, strong, masculine, and if you're a man, this could be your energy. Okay? But if you're feminine, you are attracting this lion. Could be a Leo. He could be a Sagittarius or Aries, but this person is going to be like someone that, you're going to be physically attracted to them as well. They're in good shape. They're strong. They're courageous. This person is like one of those no-nonsense type of persons. This person is going to be like a protector for you. They're not going to let anyone come near you that's going to cause you any problems. This person is going to take you from grass to grace. That's what I'm getting. Oh my God. This person is going to wine and dine you the way you are meant to be wined and dined. This person is like your knight in charm. How do you say this? This is your knight, your white knight. See, he has a horse. Knight in shining armor. That's it. Look at the road. He gonna bring you flowers. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Just be careful that you don't have a wall up. You know, you've been beaten down. You probably don't feel like, love exists anymore just because of what you went through. But, you need to be open to receive love. Maybe you need to do some heart chakra healing work where you can open your heart again, because you could have that fear of rejection because of what you went through with the past person. The past person was, how do you call them? F-boy. I don't care what age that person was. You know, they lacked emotional maturity. They're led by their, the physical. It's definitely coming. What your person is on their way. For some of you, you might have to move. There'll be an equal give and take this time in this relationship. The last relationship, you were the one giving all your energy, and this person was not reciprocated. They were not. It wasn't equal. It wasn't an equal give and take. And for those of you that have already left that situation, once this person feels that you've moved on, and I'm talking about the nasty ex, they're going to try to come back as well. So you need to be careful so you don't go get yourself stuck in that situation again, because they want to keep you stuck and hanging on and waiting so they can keep coming in and out of your life with one story and one lie after the other. Okay? That situation is completely over. You need to let it end. Let that situation end completely. Strong Scorpio energy here. We got Aquarius as well. Okay? So Spirit is just letting you know that this is a time for you to, heal. You see her heart is connected to, you're still healing the wounds from that past relationship. And as you go through the healing, Archangel Raphael wants us to improve ourselves, right? You have to improve yourself, because when this new person arrives, you want to be in the best shape that you can be in, so you can have experiences, because this new person is going to want to take you out, wine and dine you. They can actually teach you a new lifestyle, because this new person that's coming in, this is someone that's very active. They take care of their health. I mean, we did see the King of Wands. They exercise, they go for walks, they do all that stuff. So they're going to teach you a whole different way of eating food. Maybe you and your past person, you all used to just, eat whatever. 2 a.m. if y'all want to run to McDonald's or Jack in the Box, you'll make a 2 a.m. run, or 1 a.m., whichever place that's open. This person's not like that. They're going to be like, oh no, we need to, for dinner, we're going to just have fruit tonight or salad. They're going to introduce you to new lifestyles and switch it. It could be you that's the health conscious person, but this is going to be something where you all teach each other something. Okay? This person is going to be very positive. They have a very bubbly, positive attitude. Someone that's going to make you laugh. Just conversations are going to be so much fun. You could also be meeting someone who's very spiritual, very they go to church every Sunday. They go to Bible study on Wednesday. They could be different in that way, okay? But it's something that, you two would enjoy, So that's what I'm getting. They could be leaving a situation, a relationship, and you could be leaving one as well. There could be something that is like mutual, that you all are, have in common. Not saying that you're going to trauma bond, but you know, there's going to be something where they understand. Maybe they've been through what you've been experiencing, and they're willing to help you carry the load, help you, you know, support you on this journey that you're on, you know, to being the best version of yourself. This person wants to support you to make your dreams come true. You could be probably having a lot of dreams very soon about this person, but the sun is here. Oh my goodness, guys. The sun has been coming out in all of the readings. Leo energy, Leo season. So if you haven't walked away, if you haven't walked away from that stressful situation that Archangel Raphael said to leave that stressful situation behind, you need to do that, because guess what? Guess where you walking towards? She's walking towards the sun. And look what's over here. The sun. Walking out of darkness to the light. And you're going to feel amazing. Like it's almost like you're having life again. You're going to feel alive. I feel alive. If you were like this before, look at this. Look at these two people. Drained. Betrayed, sad, depressed. Walk away from that crap, right? And to this right here. You can't beat it. That's it. That's it. You're going to feel like you're seeing life upside down, but you can reach for the... Look at her reaching for all these runes, like balance, like, you know, this person, this is for not for everybody now. This is not for everybody, but one or two. This person, right? This person gonna have you bent in different types of ways. They gonna have you when y'all get, when y'all get in that moment, you know what moment I'm talking about. They're gonna have you, this person's so healthy. That's that King of Wands, that fire, that Leo energy, that lion. They're going to have you pretzeled up. They're going to have you turned upside down, suspended, just all kinds of things. And you're going to love it. It's going to be absolutely, you're going to feel alive. This is for somebody. Hey, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. So if you're still in that toxic situation, please let it go. Let it go so the new can come in, okay? And for some of you, you've already entered this new situation and you're enjoying it, and I'm happy for you. You're enjoying the bliss. And if you haven't got to this part yet, Spirit is telling you it's coming. Stay positive. Stay positive. If you didn't get anything else from this reading, stay positive. Just stay positive. It can only get better. Okay? So that's the message, guys. That's the message. Wow, wow, wow. I'm just so, I love this reading. I love this message. And I'm so grateful to Archangel Raphael for showing up. And Jesus showed up. That is so special. That is so, so special. For whoever this is for, I just send you so much love. I send you a big old hug. Okay? The drawing for the free reading is still going on. Pick a number between 20 and 35 for a free 10-minute reading. I'm choosing 3 people, okay? If I feel up to it, I might choose 1 or 2 more, Okay, I just want to show appreciation to my subscribers, just to show you all I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, so this is the message for today, sending you all so much love, many blessings. Bye bye.